Throughout history, many groups of people have had the opportunity to determine how the world will function and what will be the profession that'll be running the economy. There were the engineers in the 1960s. There were the coders who used new technology to create a new economy in the 1990s. And now, the diversity in the type of jobs available and the big bucks that they secure is something no one is shying away from. A new form of the economy appears on the horizon as new technology becomes mainstream. And there's one group of people who already have a firm grasp on how the new economy works. And yes, it's the gamers who make up that group. So here's everything you need to know about the new era where gamers are going to be the rich folks. Hello guys, and welcome to Luxury Society. It all starts with gamification. It doesn't feel like work while you're having fun. That's why many can play video games for up to 20 hours without becoming tired. Isn't it too bad that work can also be as fun as playing a video game? Most occupations would be a lot more pleasurable if this were the case. People began to discover how entertaining gaming is over time, and they began to incorporate components from gaming into their own industries through a process known as gamification. Have you noticed that banking apps are becoming more sophisticated recently? More engaging, colorful prizes, points, and real-time tracking. Some of them resemble financial games. This isn't a design trend, it's the banking system's gamification. The process of incorporating game design aspects into non-game situations is known as gamification. Every industry on the planet will be gamified at some point in the future. McDonald's Monopoly relationship was one of their most successful advertisements. You may compile a list of street names by purchasing their goods and matching them to earn prizes. In fact, it was so successful that it spiraled into a bizarre fraud scandal, with staff taking street names and selling them under the table. But that is another story for another time. Duolingo, one of the most popular language learning programs, rewards you with experience points for every practice time. They have been doing so for quite some time now. But if gamification has been around for a while, why is it suddenly becoming so important? Right now, a couple things are happening. Millennials, for starters, are a big reason why this is happening. It's the generation that grew up and was accustomed to fast access, instant pleasure, and high engagement through video games and social media. Interconnectivity is number 2. The world's population is 7 billion people. Smartphones are used by 6 billion people. Surprisingly, more people have access to technology than banking accounts. 3. The gaming industry is exploding. Video games are designed to be pleasant and rewarding throughout their whole business model. In fact, the gaming industry is larger than the combined film and music industries. So why is gaming so crucial in this situation? Every other industry fails at one very important thing, and the industry succeeds at it. Gaming is a great way to keep people interested in what they're doing. They're made to keep you going, to keep you in the game, to keep you playing one more round, one more turn. They're difficult, fulfilling, and provide a sense of accomplishment. While you're viewing this video, countless managers and directors are trapped in meetings, scratching their heads trying to figure out how to increase employee, client, and customer engagement. It won't be long until they learn there's an industry right next to them that controls the engagement game totally. The boom of Metaverse Economy. Let's have a look at something incredibly interesting before we discuss the ramifications of gamification. It's the Metaverse's economy. Nike's running app included gamification features like badges, points, and a progression system when it was first released. Runners could keep track of their progress and earn badges. This is a great example to back up the point we're trying to explain here. So far, everything has gone well. But what if Nike goes all out and tokenizes those rewards? What if you could earn it simply by running 5 kilometers? Let's assume you obtained 5 Nike coins, which you can then redeem for shop discounts or even full-priced items. Perhaps you could use those coins to purchase NFTs, such as the new virtual Jordans. What about this option? You may even be able to sell those points for actual money in the market. The new economy takes shape in this way. Imagine coins being farmed in the same way that gold is farmed in World of Warcraft. This is how the metaverse operates in general. The actual and virtual worlds collide in the same. Everyone can profit from engagement thanks to gamification and blockchain. This new reality isn't all that far away. We're probably 5 to 10 years away from things like this becoming commonplace in almost every field. How gamification is involved in education. Imagine a new business school where you have to play a game in order to graduate. Let's pretend that this school has its own marketplace with real-world laws, as well as its own currency. Develop a virtual company, interact with other students, create virtual goods and services, and participate in the game's marketplace using the in-game currency. You graduate when your company becomes profitable. How does that compare to enduring multiple classes with a dull professor reading books from the 1990s? In fact, in the education sector, gamification is already in use. The The Duolingo app is the best example, which we discussed before. Finance and gamification together. Banks are one of the few institutions that people do not trust. They have a predatory mentality and are architecturally obsolete. Banks have a hard time getting people to use their goods, but gamification has proven to be effective. The majority of them began with a very basic model of points, leaderboards, and badges, but they achieved fantastic success. They found that gamification outperformed any other system they explored. Because banks are also threatened by decentralized finance, they'll likely be among the first industries to embrace gamification in order to keep up. Gamification is also used to encourage people to save money. Savings is one of the simplest things to make a game out of. You can allow users to establish saving goals and reward them for achieving them, or you can round up or cap all users and pay the difference to a savings account. It's also used to encourage improved financial management on a daily basis. Financial goals and limitation apps assist users with creating personal financial plans, tracking their expenditure, and sticking to a budget. Another example is employee training and motivation. Learning can be made more meaningful by using real-life simulators with gamified design and mechanics. They help users learn faster and with less effort than traditional learning courses. The most crucial is risk management in the insurance industry. User behavior can be shaped using gamification elements. Users can better follow insurance contract requirements by using scores, bonuses, and other interesting features. Gamification is also extensively used to encourage environmental stewardship. It can help businesses market themselves as more sustainable and ethical, for example, by donating to charity when a user reaches a specific objective or completes a specific action. This is how gamers fit in. So far, everything appears to be enjoyable and intriguing, but where do gamers fit into the story? They're native to the area and have a distinct edge in terms of time. The generation that grew up with video games is now entering adulthood. They know what makes things fun and rewarding, what progression systems work, and which ones don't, what metal mines to play, and so on. When it comes to the gaming industry, it's the community that determines if a game is good or not. They have the most in-depth understanding of this field since they've worked in it since they were children, and they're in the best position to turn that knowledge into real-world value right now. In the coming years, the need for gaming experience will soar. The future economy will be shaped by those who understand how to apply gamification to various businesses. And the thing is, we're much ahead of the curve in this field. Let me ask you a simple question. Should a company use social media to expand? Of course, everything takes place online. However, while the answer seems self-evident now, it was not so simple 10 years ago. The next question we believe will be whether or not to employ gamification to help you grow. And it'll be obvious then, despite the fact that it's not so obvious now. However, one thing is certain. Some of the world's wealthiest people are those who can get you to click on items, hold your attention, and keep you interested. Those who are native to this environment will define how the world functions once gamification becomes popular and everything you engage with has some form of gamification feature. We don't know what gamification will look like in 10 years, but individuals who have been playing video games for more than 20 years will be most equipped to figure it out and create new products. So, are you a gamer too who's looking to be inspired? Start commenting on your answers in the section below. With that being said, do drop this video a like, subscribe to Luxury Society, and push the bell icon. See you soon!